Coming up, NHS waiting time.
ITV Lunchtime News with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good afternoon. The mounting pressure on the NHS became ever more apparent today. The number of people waiting for routine hospital treatment in England is at its highest level since records began. Just over 5.5 million patients were waiting to start treatment at the end of August, and it is the enduring legacy of the pandemic which has caused such a backlog. GP surgeries, where we begin our treatment journey, have been told they must respect preferences for face-to-face care and allow more patients to see them in person. And I'll be asking our resident GP, Dr. Sarah Jarvis, about that in a moment. But first, here's Chloe Keady's report. I'm joined now by our resident Lunchtime News GP, Dr. Moving on now, a man arrested over a deadly bow and arrow attack in Norway had been known to police, and there were fears he had been radicalised. The Danish citizen is accused of killing 4 women and a man last night. 2 others, including a police officer, were also injured in the attack. Well, let's speak now to journalist Kjetil Stormark, who is in Kongsberg, where it happened. Thanks so much for joining us this lunchtime. First of all, what more can you tell us about the suspect here? ITV News understands there will be another immigration U-turn from the government. Trained butchers from the EU are expected to be allowed here on temporary visas to try and prevent a mass cull of pigs. The industry has long been warning tens of thousands of livestock could be culled because there aren't enough workers in the industry. Well, political correspondent Libby Wiener is at Westminster for us. Libby, it seems the government is again about to be forced into dealing with this looming crisis. Next this lunchtime, the family of a man jailed in Dubai are appealing to the UK and UAE government to intervene in his case. Finally this lunchtime, to a couple in Cambridgeshire who are wasting no time getting into the festive spirit. We may only be in October, but they've already got their Christmas lights up, and we aren't just talking about a few. Ben Chapman is in Soham to end. Mary will be here at 6:30. The News Where You Are follows the national weather. But from everyone here on the Lunchtime News team, bye-bye. Hello again. Now the main stories in London. Night tube services will restart just before the Christmas party season following a campaign for it to reopen to help keep women safe. A football coach jailed in Dubai after being found with cannabis oil called his family from his jail cell today, the first time since he was sentenced to 25 years. A homeless man has been jailed for life after confessing to the murder of a waiter almost 40 years ago. And the Banksy painting, famously shredded in front of horrified collectors, is back on auction today. Time for the weather now. Here's Sally. Just time to take a look at what's coming up at 6.
Champagne.
But that's all for now. Charlene will be back at 6. Until then, enjoy your afternoon. Bye-bye.